And you said that all you ever thought about, and your sister as well, was food.
Hmm.
And that you dreamed about bread, and you fantasized about bread, and you talked about how much bread you could conceivably eat, and that you were
Yeah,
possessed all the time with hunger.
I know. I'm like still thinking as a child, like I never ate till I felt full, because so I never knew what was like limits of my own stomach was. I never knew how much should I be fed so I feel like full. So as a young man, I literally thought if I even eat the mountains of food, I thought I would never feel full. So we would compare how much I can eat more. So my sister said like I'm 100, I'm 1,000, then like a mountain and 10 million, and whatever the number, whoever comes up bigger. And that's how we were just like dreaming of it. That was the only thing on your mind. So that's the thing. When people talk about like the civilization, right? It falls when you don't eat. People like become animals. You lose all those dignity. All you're thinking is just food, basic survivor. And that's what my people always dealing with, the basic survivor.
Yeah, and you were at that time too. You were seeing death everywhere as a consequence of starvation.
It's I still remember like one day my sister and I walked by near the well. It's like people bring the drinking water. There's a young man, I don't know, like maybe teenager. He lies down and his intestines just comes out of him, and he was still alive. And like, I'm hungry, give me something. But as a young mind, I don't even feel sorry. That's the thing haunts me the most, is that I feel nothing all my life there. Like, and because every single thing I saw was like that, and now I'm thinking, was I a psychopath? Like, how did I feel nothing about it? But that's, I think, so desensitized North Koreans are. Like,
I
we
think
don't.
if you're in shock, you were in shock
Mhm,
all the time. I mean, you said in many of the experiences you had, for example, that you felt like you were outside your body
mhm.
watching. And that's a classic sign of dissociative stress. And you were in a situation like that all the time, all the time. So I don't think that you have to consult your conscience about that. It's in your book itself. There's no shortage of empathy on display. So, and I don't think it's a comment on your character. It's a comment on the absolute horror of the situation that you found yourself in. And obviously, you were capable of great loyalty to your family members and even to some of the people that treated you very, very badly. I mean, the men that you were involved with, in part, once you escaped from North Korea, you had ambivalent relationships with. But I mean, in some, you were able to see their humanity despite the terrible situation that you had been placed in by them. So I don't think there's any issue of you not having the full range of human feelings. It's just you were in situations that were so terrible that no one, fortunately, no one in the West essentially can even imagine being in a situation like that. None of us, to speak of, or a very small minority of us, have ever been hungry for ever, let alone for any protracted period of time, and certainly not to the point of chronic malnutrition. That just doesn't happen here.